In this quick coaching video, we give you the critical facts on latest resume formats, brought to you by Resume.com. Why should you listen to Unre? Unre built many multi-million-dollar companies. He built these companies based on the success of the people he hired and the teams he built. He believes that successful people create a successful company. He now does career coaching based on these same principles and knowledge, and consistently coach people into financially successful and emotionally fulfilling careers. Let's jump right into this 10-minute video. Latest resume format. There is no single format. Resumes are changing and you should change with it. Unre, can you share with us on resumes is becoming situational?
When a resume are tuned, you've probably prepared, you have all your data, and you can rework it quickly. You can make your resume talk about a specific industry, company, job, as if all your life you've just prepared for this job. Now that's a dynamic situational, type resume. Now typically that comes out in the summary and the cover letter, provided your base is right.
Yes.
But it's definitely no one size fit all resume.
And competition is increasing, has moved online, like LinkedIn. That should be sorted out, right?
To craft the competencies and the results that you've acquired is almost an art. So when you talk to people around you, as we recommend, you get a clarity that you can only get talking to others, using the best ability of the human brain. So you will then stand out, or at least communicate exactly what you are capable of, what results you are proud of, and why you are suitable for this job. Always keeping in mind that if you are not suitable, you want to avoid the wrong job as much as get the right job.
Yes. And, pulling LinkedIn through to the web reputation. Of course, if like you said previously, if the recruiter is at all interested in you, he's going to go and do a Google search on you. So your web reputation should be sorted. Now, yes.
It's almost like if you're not sorted on the web, you don't exist. I mean, where have you been hiding?
Yeah.
Now, I know very many people are resistant to this public space. They are private people. So you can limit your exposure. You can manage it with tools like reputation management, which I do. However, you've got to be found on the web, because your recruiter that reads the CV is going to send the CV to other people when they now like it. Those people are going to go and Google you. And you're not there to guide them.
Yes.
So they must find you in the right space with the right information.
And manage things like your Facebook profile, switch on that you want them to see. It's always a point of interest with Facebook that you should not close everything off, because they want to see that you're social. There must be some photographs that you show the world. Otherwise, why don't you want us to see your Facebook profile? What are you hiding? So, but we cover all this in great detail in the Ruthless Resume system. Link below in the description. The classic formal resume aspects that you state must always be there. That remains. It is a flexible, ever-changing environment, but the things that you mentioned that will always need to be there is experience, education, and the hobbies part, because you want the recruiters to get to know you.
And in the specific chronological format that those people like.
Yes.
And what I find missing in the CVs are the most valuable things people acquire is qualified by experience. Now that comes out in where you've participated, the results that's been achieved, during your tenure there. How do you translate this qualified by experience value into easily readable, factual, verified information, which is then more valuable than education, quite frankly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that is why we use specific assessment tools to tease that out, and from that, give a new certificate.
Yes.
Which verifies those competencies for the recruiter.
Mm-hmm.
So again, that's a tool we offer inside the Ruthless Resume system.
Great stuff. And then preparation for the resume. The recruiter wants to understand how you made decisions in the past. And this again pulls through to our golden thread process, which we will talk about just now. But it boils down to asking the people closest to you, what do they feel your strong points, which areas you need to work on, talk to your co-workers, get the people's input at work, people you worked with, people you worked for, and get information ready so that they can criticize it, because people don't originate easily. Can we talk about these points for a second?
You know, it so happens that we got a new fairly large project that we have to staff and.
Mm-hmm.
So talking to some of the potential team members, I took a person with, and the person being recruited was amazed at what competencies the rest of the people respect. I mean, we happen to know the person for 10 years, so I can comment on it. So when you get information from others, it is invaluable, and mostly I found a surprise for people. So go for the surprise.
Mm-hmm.
I know it is scary to go and talk to others.
Yes.
Now you will find, if we jump to the golden thread, Nicholas, that your decision making, the things that attracted you, the things you said yes to and no to, the way you made decisions is amazingly consistent. And that is what we call the golden thread. That then out of this preparation we recommend, you will find those elements that indicate a golden thread. We recently, a person that had an unfair number of job changes because he always goes for high-risk situations. And the companies didn't survive, so he had to look for a job again. It turns out that this was a consistent decision-making, and we could turn it into a strength, that he enjoys risk, he enjoys building a big challenge.
Yes.
And now he found a job where he can use these strengths, but in a bit safer platform than before. However, he could show a golden thread of decision-making leading to a clear strength, and that took care of the fact that he had many job changes, where otherwise the job changes would have kept him from the job he has now.
Yes.
And that's what a golden thread does for you. It shows consistency, clarity.
Okay.
It gives comfort to the recruiter once more.
Gives comfort to the recruiter. Now, in these videos, we will have a link below, so that we've got, you can get the quick 5 summary questions on the golden thread. But for the complete list, go and check out Ruthless Resume System, also link below. And then just lastly, the resume eye tracking research shows the following. You have between 6 and 15 seconds to grab the recruiter's attention, and using the classic chronological resume format remains the best format out of all, because they expect this. It's a format they expect. And then, of course, don't put any pictures of yourself or anything in your resume, because that subtracts from the focus. You want to add anything else on this or no?
I think it's complete, Nicholas, and I believe you're going to pull the brief module in on that chronological, how people read it.
Yes.
That's getting pulled in here.
Yes, it'll be elsewhere, but we will have all the links in the description below. So
I think that's sufficient.
And then jumping into fit to industry, company, and job.
When your resume in a specific situation reflects the language of the industry at the moment, reflects the company's language, you can mostly find on a web. If you can't find it on a web, drop in on a company or get somebody to drop in and gather information for you. So that in your resume, where you mention the kind of work that you can do, you use more of that company's work.
Yes, what they call keywords. Keywords.
You call it keywords, yes.
Yes.
Correct.
So you use keywords in your resume that fit the way they talk online.
Absolutely. Oh, by the way, you may just choose to not go work for that company once you're prepared.
Yeah.
Then you save yourself a lot of time. That happens.
In conclusion, apply these guidelines and write a cover letter resume combo that get you noticed out of thousands. A time-tested warning. Your resume must stand out in some way. On average, you have about 6 seconds to impress the recruiter with your cover letter and resume. Use our advice and make those 6 seconds count. Take action now. The only purpose of a resume is to get you the interview. Do you agree that getting the right job now will impact the rest of your work life? Then why not write a resume that stand up and shout for you out of thousands of other resumes trying to steal your attention? Get the job that's right for you. Click the ruthlessresume.com link below.